DennisThaBizness Sports. Without any further ado, I would like you guys to help me click subscribe and the bell for notifications. We're talking NFL. We're talking the Steelers-Browns fight. The question is, what went wrong? We're talking about the suspicions that are indefinite this time round. We're asking ourselves, is this gonna be a lifetime culture fight? What if these players do retire and the other players come in? Don't you think the hatred will stay? We've seen these things in the sports games. It could be football, it could be soccer, it could be wherever. The culture crops up and these teams are there forever because the players that are in the teams right now are not the players that started those NFL teams. To get into the story of the matter, as I explained the fight, what went wrong, what happened. Now, first things first here, you should know that Browns Myles Garrett has been suspended, and Steelers Marquise Pouncey also gets a 3-game ban. Yeah, as you can see the pictures there I've cropped out, you can see that Garrett hit Manson with hit Manson Rudolph in the head with a helmet as a fight breaks out at the end of the Steelers-Browns game. Now, Myles Garrett, firstly, will not play again this season and maybe forever. From the official statement from the NFL that was announced Friday, that the Cleveland Browns defensive end has been suspended for the rest of this season, including the playoffs, should the Browns make it, and will have to meet with the commissioner's office before being reinstated in 2020. Now, this means a big deal to the team, and this means a big deal to Cleveland Browns defensive, and also the career is ripped apart. Now, talking about ripping, Garrett ripped the helmet of Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, that is Manson Rudolph, and carved and hit him in the head with it in the final seconds of the night's game. Now, I do explain here that cropping out what Garrett said. He says that last night I made a terrible mistake. There was a statement issued Friday. I lost my cool and what I did was selfish and unacceptable. I know that we are all responsible for our actions, and I can only prove my true character through my actions moving forward. I want to apologize to Manson Rudolph, my teammates, our entire organization, our friends at the NFL. I know I have to be accountable for what happened, learn from my mistake, and I fully intend to do so. Now, Garrett's suspension, which is at least 6 games, is the longest ever in NFL history for a single on-field incident. I repeat, Garrett's suspension, which is at least 6 games, is the longest in the NFL history for a single on-field incident. Just imagine, he didn't know what would happen to his career. Talking about the NFL statement, Garrett violated unnecessary roughness and unsportsmanlike conduct rules, as well as fighting, removing the helmet of an opponent and using the helmet as a weapon. But hey, talking about Myles Garrett, perhaps in a pending a meeting with the commissioner's office for using a helmet as a weapon to strike Steelers Manson Rudolph, who is also the quarterback, it is the longest ban here that we're talking about. Now, talking about suspension still, NFL has also suspended the Browns defensive, that is tackle Larry Ogunjobi, 1 game for shoving Rudolph in the back and to the ground shortly after Garrett had slugged the Steelers quarterback in the head with a helmet. Now, talking about Pittsburgh center, that is Marquise Pouncey, who jumped into Garrett, kicking and punching him after Rudolph had been struck, was suspended for only 3 games. And all the 3 players who were ejected from Thursday's game, that is a 21-7 victory for Cleveland, are suspended without pay and will be fined. Going forward, the NFL has fined the Browns and Steelers organization for about $250,000 each for the incident. Garrett will appeal the suspension. Pouncey and Ogunjobi also have 3 business days to file an appeal, so they have a chance to retract. Now, agreeing with the NFL's indefinite suspension of Myles Garrett and expects him to still be suspended when next season starts. Some of the words I do quote here are, "What I did was foolish, and I shouldn't allow myself to sleep like that again." Garrett said after the game, "That's out of character, but a situation like that, where it's an emotional game, and I allowed myself to fall into those emotions with what happened." On Friday, talking about the Browns, coach Dennis Freddie saying the team will continue to support Garrett. He understands the magnitude of what occurred last night and is very remorseful and is very sorry for his action. The coach said, now he understands that he let himself down, that he let his teammates down, he let his organization down. We look at our team as a family, and in a family, sometimes family members make mistakes. You support them in every way that you can, even if it's an huge mistake. Now, Rudolph doesn't anticipate a suspension, but he is bracing for a potential fine. This is weird. Now, NFL left the door open for additional discipline of other players under the league's standard accountability process, including those who left the bench and ran onto the field to enter the fight area. What does Browns owners Jimmy and D. Aslam issue? Now, they issued a statement shortly after the NFL's ruling. They said that we are extremely disappointed in what transpired last evening. At the end of our game, the statement said there is no place for that in football, and it's not reflective of the core values we strive for as an organization. We sincerely apologize to Marcel Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Myles Garrett has been a good teammate and member of our organization and community for the last 3 years, but his actions last night were completely unacceptable. We understand the consequences from the league for his actions. Now, Garrett had already been fined more than $50,000 this season for punching Tennessee Titans tight end, that is Delanie Walker, and for a pair of late hits New York Jets quarterback Trevor Siemian, the second of which knocked Siemian out of the season with an ankle injury. Before Garrett, the longest ban in the NFL history came back in 2006 when Tennessee Titans defensive lineman Albert Haynesworth was suspended 5 games for ripping the helmet off Dallas Cowboys center Andre Garrett and kicking and stomping on his face. Whoa. This is serious, man. Now, after the game, Pouncey wasn't worried about his own punishment from the fight. He told the reporters that he went into protection mode after watching Garrett strike his quarterback with his helmet. Wow. Several Cleveland players, including quarterback Baker Mayfield, condemned the incident. He says that obviously stuff like that is dangerous, so it was tough to see that. Knowing Mason, it was tough to watch. Browns offensive guard Joel Bitonio said Garrett addressed the team earlier Friday. He just wanted to apologize to us. That's it. So, Steelers-Browns game and the fight fully explained right here on DennisThaBizness Sports. And I'm the only man behind this mic. Do click subscribe and the bell for notifications for further stories in your sport world. I'm out. Thanks for watching.